Hey guys, it's so good to be back. I am now officially 45 and I had an amazing birthday. It was it was everything, and I literally recouped all weekend. There's a difference between 30 and 35 and turning 45. When I turned 35, I partied the whole weekend, and when I turned 45, I partied the day of my birthday and I rested the weekend. Literally rested the entire weekend. And New York City closed down our schools today, even though it didn't snow as bad, but I was grateful for the extra day off. So I'm going out tonight with my honey. So I said, let me get on the live early. I don't always have to announce it, but I definitely need to get on the live. Hey, Musa, so glad to see you. Harlem in the house. Yes. So, guys, I am so like excited about 2019, right? If you don't know, March 6th is the new moon. Now, here's what I have learned in a lot of these spiritual communities, right? A lot of people, and happy belated birthday, Musa, right? I'm 45, you're 54, so we did the yin and the yang. So grateful for you. Thank you, Keisha. So I celebrate the entire month of March, as you guys know, as I told you before, because I'm a Pisces and my birthday is a national holiday. So definitely wanted to get on the line with you guys and talk about your new moon prep. Here's the problem, and I've seen it across like everything. Um, we 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 don't understand this manifestation thing and how it works. We think that we could pay somebody for a spell or pay somebody for some herbs or get this done or say this, and that person is going to take all of their energy and put it into what you want to manifest in your life. Understand something. Black girl magic and black boy joy begins in the black girl and begins in the black boy. It begins in the person, honestly. No matter what race you are, no matter what, it begins with you. My magic is not going to be as strong as your magic in your own life. Okay? And I noticed that today. I wanted to share that with you because I saw a post that a friend of mine wrote, and she said in her post, she said, do not share. I need 6 women to repost. Do not share this post. And I watched like 6 or 7 women click share. How hard is it to lay your finger on the screen of your phone, lift the text, copy it, and paste it into your own? So we don't follow instruction either. And I'm not saying that to get on anybody, because guess what? We're always moving, we're always going, we're always fast paced, we're always getting our things going and done. But what I am saying to you is that we need to follow the advice and the words of the universe in order to manifest the things that we want to manifest. Now, I missed a very important day yesterday. Absolutely, Sonoda. But you know what is so funny is that I missed, not funny, haha, but I was not doing well this weekend. Okay, I got sick and I literally laid in bed all weekend. You have those times, they come. But yesterday was the 333, right? March 3rd, 2019, and if you break it down, it's threes, right? And I'd missed that, but it's okay. There are other things that I won't miss. But what I'm trying to tell you is I'm walking with you guys on this journey, but I'm not going to be walking your journey for you. I want you to have everything that you are supposed to have. In case you did not know, the first slave was brought to the shores. Slavery began, I think it was in 1619. We're now in 2019. And the Bible talks about 400 years. 400 years that the people would be lost. and that they would be in a land that wasn't theirs. So this is a year of freedom, of bondage. And you can have the freedom and you can get what it is that you want to get, but you have to change your mind. You have to wake up. Okay? We are in a matrix of sorts, but I'm not going to fight you to manifest great things in your life. That's your job. You got to want it as much as I want it for you. Do you know what I'm saying? Also, guys, I am doing readings. So if you have a question, please post it down there. Yeah, right down there in the chat below, and I'll be happy to pull a card for you. So, what are you doing for the new moon to manifest? Okay? I remember hearing stories that when our ancestors had nothing, they manifested from dust. If they wanted money, they went to the bank and swept up dust from the bank. And if they wanted to win a court case, they went to a courthouse and swept up dust from the courthouse. And if they wanted I'm trying to think of other things that they might have wanted. If they wanted a blessing, right? If they wanted a blessing, like they would go to the church and get church dust or something like that. So what I'm saying is everything you need is within you to manifest. But you got to do the work. Okay, Ingram. During slavery, they brought nothing but children here. In the 400 years of slavery is up for the 7th time. We will never be slaves to anybody else again. Yes, but 1629 was a distinctive time. They did bring children here as slavery. But there are things that are happening now, and a shift is happening, and it's coinciding. A lot of people are feeling it. People who were asleep for a long time, even if they're not fully awake, are beginning to feel the dynamics of the shift. And then until we start to think in a different state of our minds and begin to shift in agreement with that shift, we're going to be stuck in the same place. It's sort of like this, and I think I've told you guys before that I am a victim. I was a victim of sexual abuse, sexual assault, and rape. And until I understood that certain things weren't my fault, I was still, those rapes and those things, those violations happened a few times, but they continue. I continued the pattern because I didn't understand that it wasn't my fault. So I continued to let the situation put me into situations where I kept experiencing what I eventually began to see in a level of as a level of normalcy. And I think that's what we tend to do with slavery, like there's an article that's been going around online, and I've been sharing that article. Hey, Liz. I've been sharing that article online, and it talks about the spaces that we inhabit. Like, we habitually, if walking down the street, if someone white comes behind us and we'll know from the sound of their voices that they're white, we will instantly move out of the way. And we need to occupy our space, and we need to stop apologizing for the spaces that we occupy. It is really difficult to get out of the habit. Like, I'm a person that naturally says good morning. I'm a Harlem girl. And the one thing about people in Harlem, we will greet you. The bums on the street will greet you. And there's literally no place like home. So I had to unlearn that there are certain spaces that I can't give everybody my good morning, because certain people are succubus or incubus, and they will drain that energy right out of you. So you have to protect your energy. Keisha is saying, it is ironic that you talk about court. I've been fighting a case for 9 years. I just wonder why people do bad things and get away with it. Because we all walk with our ancestors, our spirit team, our guides. Those of us who are kind, we tend to be hope fiends. We hope for situations outside of ourselves to change us. And honestly, until you work your magic and understand and stand in your confidence and in your power and in your ancestors and in your spirit courts, you will be forced to be subservient to those people who are way more confident, and bad people tend to be way more confident. Yes, I'm aware of the story. The point that I'm making uh, is that is we're at a time where you got to come out. You have got to come out. Another thing is, I know that we fought, and a lot of our ancestors and famous people fought for civil rights and all of this, but I don't know. I used to say the same things, but looking at the world we're in, I'm like, was segregation really a great thing? And I'm asking the question. I'm not making a statement. I'm asking a question because at that point in time, um, it was like, um, we were supporting, we were supporting, we were supporting ourselves. We were supporting black business. We were supporting black establishments. The only thing that we continue to support that may be a black business is a black church. And that's a problem. Sonoda, I would invite you in, but I don't want the whole conversation to be about slavery, because that wasn't my point. I wanted my point to be about raising our vibration as people, and also to do the work that we need to do and not expecting someone else to do it for you. My point today is investing in yourself, because you can't expect someone to invest in you if you're not investing in yourself first. And that's the point that I want to make, and also to do my reading. So I definitely want to open it up. Hey Juju, girl, put another E on the end of my name. Rene is male. I am Renee. And yes, Keisha, I'm aware of Black Wall Street. I'm aware of no, I understand, but I have a certain format that I'm following. What I could do is, if you'd like, you can inbox me and then we could do something together. I'm open to that, but I got a certain path that I'm working on right now, and I want to keep on that path. How we can get in touch with internal energy? Great question. Good evening, Evander. What we could do, we don't have enough time, or we don't make enough time where we sit in the silence. That is imperative. Sitting in silence is imperative. I tend to go to sleep really early. Sometimes I go to sleep, it's at 6, 7:30, 8 o'clock sometimes, because I like getting up in the middle of the night, like at 1, 2, sometimes 3 o'clock in the morning. Absolutely, Musa. Love you. I like getting up at those times in the morning so that I can hear what spirit and what the universe is saying to me. What are you saying to me? What is it that my ancestors are trying to download into my psyche? There was a point in time in our lives where TV went off, the radio stations went off air, and we were forced to not intake so much media. And now media and social media is always available to us all the time. By the way, guys, I'm doing readings. I have my cards today. So if you guys, hey Susan, if you guys have a question, I am pulling cards. You're just going to ask your question at the bottom of the screen. I'm also taking donations. My Cash App is up. My PayPal is up. I also ask that you visit Geechee Gal Roots and see that what we have. Also, I'm still working on the makeup line. There were a couple of glitches, which is why it wasn't released yet, but it's coming. Thank you, Javon. I appreciate you so much. Raising your vibration is not easy. It's essential. And the ways in which I did it was by turning off everything and focusing on like one sound, right? Like I'm in my bedroom now, the television is off, Nothing is on. My son is gone, which is when I love to do these lives because he'll come in and play his rap music, and that vibration will throw me completely off. But right now, because the fan is going in my room, I like to listen to the turn. And as I zone out on the tone, or the tone in my ear of the fan going around, I open myself and I chant a little bit to myself that I'm open to receiving what the universe has for me. I am open to receiving what spirit has for me. I am open to receiving what my ancestors are trying to tell me for my higher good. It takes time. It takes practice. And agreed, it does. Sonata says that raising your vibration comes with being transparent. You have to be honest and truthful. You have to free your mind, face the mirror image of yourself where you have no battles within yourself, and then you'll come to peace and tranquility and the balancing to raise your vibrations. What I have found is everyone finds it in a different place. Perfect example. A lot of you know that I was hardcore. I grew up in church. I'm even a licensed minister. But at the end, because I went to a Pentecostal church, so folks was yelling, screaming, shouting, dancing, and I never got the Holy Ghost, like they said, and I would be really upset because I was like, I want what they got. These people seem so happy. They're crying. They're full. You understand? And I was like, why didn't I get that? And then one day when I was in my room in quiet, I asked God a question, and I had the Bible in my hand, and I closed my eyes and I meditated for a second on my question, flipped through the Bible and put my finger down, and there was the answer, almost exact, like answering the question that I had. And it was in that moment that I began to weep and understood not God in the Christian sense of God, but in just the spiritual universe, bigger than the world sense of God, that he exists and that he resides and that it's real and that he loves me, that she loves me, that it loves me, that it covers me, that there are answers out there and that they begin in me, because we are all cells in this body, not necessarily the body of Christ. That's what they say in church, but they have an idea. We are cells in a body. So you are a portion of that body. So if you are not listening to your own body, how can you get the message? And a lot of us do this in our everyday lives. If you are not listening to your own body, to your own emotions, to your own spirit, if you don't listen, you're not getting the message. Too many of you are looking for tangible answers in tangible people who are just as lost as you are. I will never sit and tell you how to think and what to do. But what I will tell you, in all honesty, is that every answer you ever need is within. Here's why I love cards. Because the universe knows that you need tangible evidence. It's not that I'm greater or less than anybody else. I've broken past that wall that says I'm crazy for the things I see. I've broken past that wall that says the information I get is not true. I've seen too much. I've experienced too much to not understand that what I'm seeing and what I've known and what comes to me is truth. So I decided, since the new moon is on the 6th, we're on the 4th. Today is my marriage didn't last, but I would have been married 7 years today. And the reason I picked March 4th is because I said, wow, that's the day that gives instruction, right? March 3rd was significant this year, but I'm going to tell you why March 4th is a significant time for everybody on this line and for everybody that's going to watch this later. Yes, you who's watching this late at night, even after the live is going off. It's okay. March 4th comes with instructions. March 4th is saying, stop looking back. March 4th. Forget everything that's behind you and march forth. What are you doing for your new moon rituals besides paying somebody else to do it? A new moon is coming. And with every new moon is a chance to plant that which you'd like to awaken. What are you awakening? What are you doing? This life, this abundance, this universe, the stars, the moon, the planets, the ether, everything has been made to assist you in being the person that you were supposed to be. And I'm trying to understand for the life of me why you guys are limiting yourselves. I love you guys. I was sent here to be a healer and to help heal. I was sent here to help people pull back the layers of pain that they've experienced. Hey, Anita, I'm here to help people pull back their inhibitions and be their selves. Not just your best self, but before you can be your best self, you got to be yourself. I want to introduce you to you. You are very interesting. I'm not talking about, see, the problem is that most of us have not met ourselves. We've met our hurt. By the time you got to that age where you were supposed to know yourself, you got introduced to your hurt before you got introduced to yourself, and yourself got pushed under all those levels of pain and hurt and stuff. And you got those of us who are way grown, or supposed to be way grown, and we still haven't met ourselves. How many of us really look at ourselves and not the stories we've written about ourselves? Because we some fantastic writers. The stories that you've written about yourself and told yourself about who you really were. Take the time to meet yourself. Take yourself out to dinner. Date yourself. Love on yourself. And the more you induce that love on yourself, taking time to hear yourself, think about the relationships you have. And this is definitely for the ladies. You being in a relationship with a guy and feel like you are not being heard. Like he's not hearing you. Why can't he hear me? I'm trying to say these things and I feel these things and he's not hearing these. Why is he not hearing me? Why are you not hearing yourself?
She don't understand what I be going through. She don't understand what I be saying. She don't understand where I'm coming from. I be trying to say.
She don't understand because you don't understand yourself. The roadmap you're giving to yourself is confusing. Some of you guys, and I'm talking to girls too, so don't get mad or think I'm some male bashing woman, because I love men, love them. You guys are awesome. But here's the deal. Sometimes, because you guys are so lost yourselves, and we're a lost people, I'm saying people in general, that it's like, you ever drove in a car with a GPS system that be rerouting and shit, and you went the way it told you to go, and it's like, rerouting. Take a left turn at the fork. Rerouting. Take a left turn at Solomon Street. Rerouting. Like, I took the right, I took the left, and you still rerouting me. And you know why this happens? You know why he's not listening to you, ladies? You know why she can't find what you're saying? Because you haven't been or made the awareness of yourself. How you going to give somebody the instructions to who you really are when you really don't know yourself? You can't relate to anyone until you relate to self. Again, guys, I got my cards, so if you want to, as you ask me to pull a card or ask a question, I will pull and reveal what Spirit gives to me. But this is a very crucial time. Today is March 4th, and I come to you today because I'm going to ask you, and I came early because I want some of you guys to go run to Walmart or go run to your corner stores or wherever you can get your candles from or whatever, and do something now. March forward now. March 4th only comes once a year. Once a year, to put your intention in this day. It is the one day a year that gives you instruction. No other day in the year will give you the instructions. But this day says, March 4th. Forget everything that you've been through because you can't change your past. But in your future, you can march forth. In your promises, you can march forth. In your destiny, you can march forth. Be sure that when you ask for something, you're aware of what you're asking for. A lot of us are not. We don't understand the gist of it. Too many of us are laying to the wayside and expecting other people to give us the answers. This is the PayPal, Cash App, Circle, Venmo era. As long as I can pay for it, I can get it done. And there's some things that you just can't pay for. Absolutely, Anita, you can pray and meditate. You know what I say to people sometimes? Like, sometimes I'm in places where I can't light a candle either. So you know what I do? I will turn my phone upside down and turn my phone light on and just say a little prayer while I got my phone light on and begin to manifest some of the things that I want to manifest. You guys are typing in the room, and what I would like to know is, what are your plans for your new moon rituals? What are you doing to steadily move things into your life? What are you doing to break the monotony of things in your life to make a change in and for your life? That's what I'd like to know. What are you guys doing? By the way, like I said, I'm pulling cards. So if you want a card pulled, please, by all means, write your request in the chat, and I will pull a card for you, and I will give you what Spirit gives. I'm also doing donations. My Cash App is up. My PayPal is up. I'm also asking that you guys go to Geechee Gal Roots. I'm also, absolutely, Nita, you're the first one. I'll pull a card for you. I'm also asking that you guys go to Geechee Gal Roots and like my page and share it. I'm trying to give away some stuff. I had put up some stuff, and I was saying that if you guys could like and share the page, that I would definitely give away some My Way oil. But you know, I had a couple of people, but not enough. Not enough to give away an oil, because it really wouldn't have been fair for the amount of people. I think it was like 2 people. Okay, Nita. Nita, you got the Scared Fool card. Now I want you to take a very good look at that card. This woman is holding up, I'm going to put it a little closer. You see the doll she has up? She's holding the strings. She is making him move and dance. And if you look really close, he has a crown. Okay? You look really close, he has a crown. And one of the things that this card signifies is relationships. And I'm going to explain why. The woman thinks that she's in control. She thinks she has a king, but the joke is on her. She's the jester. The joke is on her. She is the one that's controlling everything, and she's not getting the support that she needs. So the universe is saying in some way you are supporting someone who is not giving you the support that you need. You think that you're in control, but really you're being controlled because the person is having their needs met and you're facing a burnout. So be careful of that, okay? Let me see who's next. Okay, Tay, let me see. Okay, guys. Oh, it feels so good to have makeup on. I haven't had makeup on in like 4 days. So, let me see. Tay, you got the What Do You Feel card. And this card is a really good card, Tay, and I'm going to tell you why. It kind of goes in line with what I was saying. You have to examine how you feel. You are the kind of person that you can pick up on everybody's energy. You know what everybody's feeling. You're like the host of the party, making sure everybody got their drinks. Did you get something to eat? You need me to take your coat? You need me to take you here? You need me to do this? Take you there? Spirit is saying, what do you feel? What do you need? You are not paying enough attention to yourself, Tay. You are putting everything and everyone in front of you. What is it that you are afraid that spirit is going to say to you? Because it's almost like if I move at lightning speed around and if I just keep bouncing and keep doing and keep moving, then I don't have to face whatever it is that I need to face. And spirit said if you don't face it now, it's going to snowball and eventually hit you at such a capacity, at such strength that it's going to knock you off your feet. So there's something you need to be paying attention to, honey. First and foremost, yourself. And Susan says, I'm working with fire to close doors. I've been working on my business today in huge heft. I also got me some fireworks for Friday, but I may just change it now that I'm aware of the new moon. Absolutely. Okay, Miss Anita, I got you. Sonoda, you know what? I suggest, and this is not me being funny, you should start doing lives. You have a lot of information. And the problem with having information in a live like this where you're just on the line and you're writing it is that it's going to get lost in all of the comments. So you definitely, and this is spirit led for me to tell you this, because most people that would have you in their lives and you giving such good information would ignore it. And I wouldn't dare do that because I think you're giving great information. You need to start doing lives, honey. Okay. Miss Anita. Visions of life beyond death. So this card comes to tell you that you need to pay attention. You got it. That's an awesome card. You really got to pay attention to what's going on around you, because spirit is bringing out some major things for you. You're going to be able to get, you're going to have Martin Luther King moments. You're going to be able to see the promised land. You know what I mean? You've been to the mountaintop. I've seen the promised land. Spirit is saying that in your rest, in your sleep, in your slumber, you're going to get glimpses of another life. Okay? Not just in a future life, but in a past life. But you're going to be able to see beyond death. You're going to be able to see generations of your family and what's going to become of your family. And that's going to help you with your decision making in this life and creating legacies. So pay very, very close attention. Okay. Absolutely, Keisha. A divorce can set you back. Honestly, that's why I'm slow for mine. I gotta get it happening. I had a domestic violence situation. I'm okay now, but just the thought of having to go through a divorce, the stress of it all. Um, but you'll be better for it when you come out the other side. I promised. Okay, guys, I'm pulling cards right now. So if you want, I'm also taking donations. My PayPal is up. My Cash App is up. I also ask that you go to Geechee Gal Roots and like my page. Okay. Julio is going against the grain, honey. Juju, so he's like a salmon right now. He's swimming upstream. I'm getting at something with work or a job or maybe a business he's trying to do that it's going to be hard at every step. But if this is what he wants to do, he has to continue because the benefit is going to outweigh the challenge eventually. But I'm getting that he's going to be swimming upstream. It's not going to be easy, but it's going to be necessary. And absolutely, Musa, you got it. I'm really excited, guys, because like I was telling you, my classes are going to start in April. And in my classes, I'm going to talk to you about rituals. I'm going to talk to you about herbs. I'm going to talk to you about manifestation. I'm going to talk to you about meditation. There's going to be a whole lot of things that I'm going to talk to you about to bring you back to understanding how things were done when we had nothing, Musa, receiving. You got the receiving card. This card comes up to let you know that you have to now shift. You have been in a state of giving and of support and of love and of embracing people. And the universe says that there's a natural law of give and take. So what you have to do now is to receive. Receive fully, receive with love. There's a lot of gratitude and awesomeness and honor in you. You from Harlem, child? Of course there is. But just like a lot of us from Harlem, we have learned how to be givers, but we don't know how to take because we don't want to be so self-serving. And the universe said it's time for yourself to be served. So you need to get in a place of receiving, and that things are going to open up. And by you receiving, you're going to be blessed immensely. Things are going to happen for you, not just you, but for people around you and in your circle. It's almost going to be like dropping a pebble in water. It's going to radiate outwards. People are going to be blessed because they know your name or they're attached to you or because of these things. But it's all about balance, because if you're not receiving, the universe will take down your capacity to give. So you gotta do the yin and the yang. Nita, what I would suggest you do is when you go back and watch the video again, because I don't know if it was your phone, but the sound didn't go out anywhere else. So just re-listen to it and you'll get your message. My birthday. I went out with a really nice guy. I don't think we're a match, but it was amazing. He made my birthday amazing. He had flowers delivered to my job. When I got to the restaurant, I had dinner. I had a gimlet martini too. I had calamari. I had prime rib steak with roasted potatoes. He had a beautiful cake for me. He bought me an LV bag and he put $300 in it. It was an amazing birthday. 45 was 40 fine. Thanks for asking. Um, I'm laughing because I see my coworker Rihanna on the line, and I can hear her say, "What do you mean it's not gonna work out?" But no, it's not. But I'm grateful. It was great. Susan, you're going to have to go beyond normal. That means that this was a good time for you to be on this line, because you are going to have to do what others don't so you get what others won't. What I mean by that is, just like you said today, you were going ham on your business, and you're going to have to. You're going to have to put in on some Michael Jackson, got me working day and night. Ooh, ah. You're going to have to do that, honey. You're going to have to put everything in it and watch it just snowball and avalanche. And it's just going to be phenomenal. You're going to have to go beyond normal. Okay, guys. Tay, you don't have to be scared of failure. Failure is false evidence appearing real. There is nothing to fear. Not even fear itself. I'd be scared of what doesn't happen if I don't become my best self. Okay, guys, I'm also doing donations. So if you can, please, because this is my business and respecting the law of reciprocity, if you can, I would ask that you go ahead and donate, which the minimum donation is $7.77, which can be sent to my PayPal or my Cash App. And I will be so happy because you'll help me do some things. I'm saving so that I can move. So every little donation that you send is going to my security deposit, and I appreciate you. So my cousin Mallory is next. Let me see. Oh, Mallory, you got 2 cards. You got Beyond the Mind, the Heart Beats. So when this card comes up, it's telling you to pay more attention to the spiritual than the physical. Okay, our mind is going to tell us a lot of things. Our mind, the reason it tells us a lot of things because people pour into our thoughts. They interrupt our thoughts. They bring into our thought process, our speaking or whatever, and we'll get a lot of stuff cluttered up there. But your heart remains truer. Your heart chakra is a lot harder to get to. So Spirit is saying that beyond your mind is your heart, and try to keep your connections there. Your next card is Be the Hunter, not the hunted. And I think that comes up to you. I'm getting that comes up to you with regard to your business. So, I don't know if you're supposed to be working for somebody. I think you're supposed to be working for yourself. So what Spirit is telling me is that you definitely want to look into those apps where you can sign up, you pay a stipend every month and you become a stylist on those apps. So you can go to people, you can go to their homes, you can do whatever, and you can make them up. Because I'm definitely getting that you are supposed to work for yourself. So that might be something you want to view. Okay? You're welcome. And how do you feel about that? Oh, I sure can, Rihanna. You got your inner trust card. Rihanna, the inner trust card. Spirit is saying that you are letting things in your outside affect how you move. Your outside stimuli is really starting to mess with you, and Spirit is saying you have to walk not from ego, which is your thought, your mind process, and what's outside of you, but you have to walk from internal. You have to trust yourself. Again, a lot of you guys are getting cards that coincide with what I was saying today. And what I'm saying today is trusting your own inner voice, trusting your own path, trusting that Spirit will speak into you, but you haven't met yourselves yet. Introduce yourself to yourself. Take time to know yourself. You are having discord, you're having all sorts of things that are bumping heads because you haven't taken the time to get to know you. Oh, you're welcome. I sure will, Anita. I did a mini read for you already, Nita. The mini read includes the card. I tell you what the card means, and then I tell you what Spirit gave me. My birthday was February 28th, so my birthday is 2 days before yours, Musa. Absolutely. Well, I think you knew a while ago, Mallory, that it was time for you to move. There's really nothing left for you there. And no matter, even though Dwayne is buried there, no matter where you go, he's not even going to reincarnate until all of you have transitioned. So he's going to be with you as a spirit guide until you close your eyes and he gets to see you guys again. Mm-hmm. Hey, Sharia. So, absolutely, guys. It is time to awaken your power. It's time to definitely see yourself and embrace yourself. Introduce yourself. You can absolutely get a card for the new moon, Sharia. Oh, I love you, Mallory. Always and always. But it's definitely, Mallory, time for you to make a change. Okay, and you need to go somewhere where they have that. Look into that because there are places or there are apps where you can sign up as a traveling hairstylist. And all you have to do is be responsible for your taxes, which I think you guys are already when you work in a salon. But you need to have your own business. Sharia, you got receiving. Another one of those people giving, and don't know how to receive. Spirit is saying it's time to turn that around, honey. Okay, so for the new moon, your new moon ritual is going to be about self-love and receiving. Now, that's another thing. A lot of people don't know how to receive it when we say things about self-love. Self-love does not mean you don't love yourself. Self-love means I'm turning up the flames on the fire that's already there. Okay, I told someone today, I said, it's important that you like yourself. And she said, no, I love myself. I said, I didn't say you didn't love yourself. Loving yourself and liking yourself are two different things. There are many days that I don't like myself, but I always love myself, honey. Always. So the self-love rituals and things that you do will enhance what's already there. It's just like makeup. I can put on 10 pounds of makeup. If I'm not beautiful, then the makeup can't enhance what isn't there. It just can't. So, guys, definitely prepare yourself for March 6th, which is the new moon. I would ask that you take instruction on today, which is to March 4th. Do what it is that you're supposed to do. Embrace this change. Embrace the new moon. Absolutely. And the change is gonna be so good for the boys because guess what, Mallory? They're dealing with their own, and when you're younger, you see a lot more spirits. You see a lot more. So they are experiencing this passing in a whole different way. Okay? So it's time for the shift, guys. It's time to get mad, make a decision, do something different, right? So guys, I have 2 new oils that's coming out next week. These are oils that you can use to summon the energy from your maternal and paternal grandparents. For your maternal grandmother, it's Mrs. For your paternal grandmother, it's Maddie Ruth. They're named for my grandmothers, okay? And it's to call that energy, that loving, motherly, I don't know what to do, so I got to use this oil to call my grandma because my grandma would know better. And I've also got Oracle, which is an oil that helps you in your sleep to remember your dreams and brings your intuitive nature forward, okay? And guys, the sale for this month, if you buy a half ounce, an ounce, if you buy, sorry, I was about to mix up the sales. If you buy 2 oils, you get 1 free of the same size. So if you buy 2 oils, you get 1 free of the same size. That is this month's sale. So go to Geechee Gal Roots, put in your orders, and I'll be happy to take your orders and help you. I love you guys to the moon and back. Hey, Nate, if there's no other questions, if no one else needs a card, I'm going to sign off. I love you guys to the moon and back. Good night.